Doing
So how's it going?
good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Saw a bit of my family today, so that was cool. But what we have, well, neutral really that you mentioned that you wanted us to go over. So one of the things that we talked about was like potentially having you play a very good player. So I just wanted to ask: is that something like have you set something up specifically for today, or like what's your plan for today? I guess.
I haven't put anything into motion, although I did just message Balloon Boy, free balloon day.
Okay, yeah,
But
know about him.
it's fine if we can't find a top dog to play with. Um, I also just enjoy playing and you having you watch and see if anything stands out because I feel like I've made a lot of good progress with most of the things we've discussed
Okay.
previously. Like crouch canceling for sure. Been getting a lot more stuff from that. I would say we get a lot of crouch cancel down smashes. I'm not at the getting the grabs yet. I'm at just like C stick down instant reaction mode with that.
Oh, that's
So I'm
also
still
probably a
getting
habit from before too. Like if you were gonna CC something, it was probably like down smash a lot of the time, right?
yes.
Okay, makes sense. Sorry,
Um
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt or derail. I just
no,
wanted to
was
confirm.
fine.
Yeah.
The Boyd blocks. I was trying them. I was spamming them against Sheik on FD, and it just feels 100-0, like 100-0 matchup for ICs. Like she just
She's
can't
got
do anything.
nothing. Like, what does she do? Like, what does she do? She has to jump, and then there's like a projectile either where she is, or she has to double jump or nair it or something. Like, that's awful.
Yeah, and it takes away her F tilt because if she F tilts, she clanks with the ice block, and I struggle against Sheik F tilt because I feel like if I'm not prepared and holding down at the right time and she pops me up with it, she could easily take a stock.
Agreed. No, absolutely. I would agree with that for sure. Like the thing that I always found about that matchup is that if the ICs isn't like set up in their terms of like their position and like their reactions and such, she has offense. Like she can knock them over with like around 26 with F tilt. Then she can get like even if they hold down. So she's got the and if they get popped up, she can just kind of like kill them. But the problem I always found was just like once they have the wall set up, she can't like they have too much time to plan. So that's when it becomes stressful. So yeah, the void blocks providing that without like requiring a complicated desync or something, or like yeah, that's really good.
Yes, that's been working out great. Um, yeah, I'd say things are coming along. And by the way, Balloon Boy said he would play me.
Nice. Okay, so we're
Seems
thinking
like that can happen.
spectator mode, and I guess I'll watch the two of you play, and we might pause between games so we can kind of talk about what's going on. I guess that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So with that, how long is he like ready now, or do you think that he did he say need a minute? Like, what's yeah.
He said he could do a 30-minute session if that works, and he said sure, like right now. And I just confirmed with him if he's ready.
Okay.
Um, he said he was just raging at Elden Ring, so this seems like a better use of his time.
I would hope so.
Okay, spectator.
Yep. Third tab and put it in, and then start broadcast with the game running.
Open up my Discord real quick on my desktop.
Mm-hmm. You went to tipped off, right?
I did.
Yeah, I think I saw you in the results. How do you feel? How do you feel about tipped off, like in play and your play there?
Well, I don't feel terrible about it. It feels like one of the first tournaments in a bit where didn't feel like I was just losing because of like silly tech flubs. I did lose to a Fox my very second round pools, who just 3-0'd me, and it just felt straight up like I would swing and miss, and he would drill shine me and cleanly kill Nana, and that was that. And it just seemed like he kept winning those interactions But from there, I made it all the way to 65th. I lost to maybe the Peach, which was not a competitive set whatsoever. It was I was utterly destroyed. And yeah, I got 65th, which was a pretty decent placing considering the talent there. And me and Dreffen got 7th in doubles, which was a pretty decent placing.
Yeah, no, 7th is like, no, it sounds like you did pretty well overall. And yeah, maybe it's very good. Maybe it's extremely good. Yeah, it looks like he took it. Yeah, it looks like he played lucky right after you. So yeah, the level of talent at this tournament was just like really high. Like nothing really to say there.
Yep, I thought I might have been playing a Wizrobe, but maybe Wizrobe reverse 3-0'd him.
Oh wow, they went game 5. Wow, that's crazy. Wizrobe's like
Balloon Boy's
okay. So you said Balloon Boy?
Yep, he's ready.
Perfect. Okay, so do you remember how to do spectator mode, or?
If
not, I can walk you through it. Don't worry, it's all good.
I believe I'm doing it currently.
Okay, yeah. There we go.
Doing it?
So it appeared now. So yeah, we should be fine. The only thing is I can hear the game on your end. So
I'll turn the lighting down.
Okay, yeah, just a smidge. Like it's faint, but like I can hear it.
Okay.
Oh, did you get to see Moth play like Master of Flavor?
A little bit. I wasn't totally focused because I was doing doubles when they were doing kind of their run.
Okay. Okay, perfect. I can see what's going on. So let's see here. Nice. That should be a kill. So so perfect. It's like very textbook like that. Okay, that's so Balloon Day responds with his own book, and okay, cool. So what do we do here? What's the hitbox on the ice on the dash attack? Does the dash attack hit far above them?
It has some of that.
Okay.
It has some of that anti-air stuff.
I feel like we need to be swinging with it sooner then, because like you're kind of waiting till he's landing, I think. But I think we need to like hit him kind of out of the air so it trades with his drill or whatever, not just like when he lands. Because I think we just have to be a little bit more active with it if we're gonna do it. God, he's so fast. Okay, yeah. Try to use your Dash Dance Blizzard more. Nice. Good DI mix-up. Okay. Nice. Perfect. Get out of there. I'd probably consider side being at some point, like side being to like, yeah, prevent that and also, okay, never mind, just win. Okay, yeah. What were you trying to do with that one? Like ice block pop-up grab?
Down throw ice block into something.
Is that better than like fair and like the other stuff? Like fair and down air and like the other mix-ups?
It's an option. That's one of the... I have, like honestly, 10 different things I can do off a down throw that could potentially lead into a grab. And, I guess I should work on a theory of, like, which options I use. It's like there's down throw, up smash, like that.
Yeah, that's like at low percent, and that...
There's a lot of options at low percent, but the medium percent a lot of times I'll just go for the dare.
How do they get out of the dare? How do they get out of the dare? Do they smash DI into the ground and roll, or do they smash DI like... They have to go on the ground and like buffer roll or something, right? Because they can't go up because they're a fast faller?
People always ask me, but I'm not confident in the specifics of DI mechanics in general.
Okay, no worries.
Israel was actually explaining a little bit about DI to me in our session, because I was getting comboed by everything.
Okay, gotcha. So, know what? This is fine, but I would say that if down throw down air is a staple at mid percents, we want whatever the additional mix-up is, to be something that's good against the counterplay to that. Does that make sense?
Yes. So I can get a solid, layered thing that covers the counters and stuff. That makes sense.
I would actually try down throw up air. Like down throw short hop up. Like down throw short hop up air with Nana. As at mid percent as the variable. Yeah, Void Block seems like not a bad idea in lieu of not being able to set up the Blizzard. Because yeah, we need to keep him control his movements a little bit, and right now he's just he's just too free to do things. That F smash bait was really good. So he was a little too high, we had to up air there, that's okay. Should be alive. Down here? Yeah, just take the... I feel like we had to, contest the up air when he was coming up, kind of, but, I know that spot is, ludicrously hard, so I don't really know what you do there, other than just, hope. Just do something and, see if it works, kind of thing. Nice CC. That's good. Good fair. I feel like that we're not going for jab grab much. Jabs much. Oh, nice.
Can't believe that hit.
It's because his jab was staled that worked. I'm not even kidding. Nice ledge dash. A fox
Take
that...
the damage.
No, I think what you're doing right now with chipping him is absolutely what you do. So that was that 16 is actually that 16 is valuable, believe it or not.
Oh, miss club.
Dash it out, I'm guessing. I think that we could have just grabbed him. Okay, I see the vision with the down air. I actually do like it there for the illusion. Never that looks good. If he's keeping distance, we want to maybe ice block at some point. To try to get him to clear the floor. Because if
I'm glad we're recording this, because I tune out 50% of everything. When a hard player is beating me up, it's really hard. So I'm glad we're recording.
Yeah, I would say if he's keeping distance, look for void blocks are probably good.
Okay.
After you've confirmed that he's keeping distance from the Blizzard, ice blocks are good because they force him to do something. See what I mean? It's an obstacle. That was recovery, so it was better, but still. Not up throw with the platform there?
I mean, that's a good thing to consider. I guess I was in just maybe tech chase mode until Nana comes back.
Yeah, I just figured since he's at low, if we up throw him and since we can combo him in any direction, I just feel the tech chase on the first one made sense to get him into a more controlled position, but then the juggle combo is more likely to lead to a synced kill with Nana. He's jumping above you. If you're gonna swing for a YOLO hit, F smash.
Okay. Yeah, I need to stop. I need to replace some of my YOLO downies with some forwardies.
Yeah. Get that arc. I like the idea there. Nice. Nice sharking. I like how you're confirming like where he is. I would have looked for up smash there once he committed to like the double jump. Cause like he's at so low, up smash is so nasty if you get it. But the up air is like the up air is safer.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also very greedy.
I need to learn how to be more greedy because I feel like one of the things I don't capitalize well on is when I'm in good spots. Maybe I just don't realize when I'm in a better spot than I think.
Well, I think that like so for that one specifically, you have the platform protecting you, and he's also committed to his double jump. Yeah.
Oh.
It was really good DI. Like the way that you kind of like made it, went off stage like just and kind of like looked like you could have been followed up upon, but like you were like a just slightly too far off the stage. That was like well done.
Yep.
We got our hit. It's okay. Like we have the % lead.
No.
Oh, yeah. Wow, he got in on us.
It feels like a lot of pressure when I play foxes like this.
That's to be expected. This is a very high-speed match. This is a high-octane matchup. Like, this is a very quick, scary one. I think that using the platforms for self-defense makes a lot of sense. Like, when you're underneath them, you kind of, like, limit his ability to do, like, the diagonal that he wants. Oh, that sucks. The other thing to remember is that those platforms count as like wobbling surfaces, like handoff surfaces. Like if you get up there.
So I need to do more. I used to do so many up throw tech chases in my early days. I don't know why I cut those out. I got distracted by the million other potentially useless options that ice climbers have. Sometimes it can be easy to get lost in the tech sauce. When,
oh, don't I know it.
You wave dash jab grab used to get so much mileage.
Yeah, I would say that wave dash, when you have the two of them, I think that we should still be using wave dash jab grab.
Oh, I'm dead.
Okay. So, like, this game, I'm noticing that we've SD'd twice, so I'm not going to be too worried about the takeaways here. But let's see, like, what we can do here. Nice! Okay, let's go, Nana. Damn, Nana coming in hot.
Oh, she dead.
No. Alright, that was a bit of a silly one. But yeah, like, I think that one big thing I'm noticing is that, like, when you're under these platforms or hit them onto them, I think that, like, tech chasing with that kind of thing needs to be a consideration. Like, waveland grab, if we can.
Okay.
So I'm noticing that like against. See, this guy does like a lot of like up tilts, and then he comes forward with like nair like super fast afterwards, and it's kind of weird. I'm not sure why he's doing that. It's like he does a walling move and then like just immediately comes forward with his most aggressive approach possible. Nice, nice. Oh, I would have dash attacked. He had no jump. Keep him up, like you could keep him up in the air there. So if he doesn't have his jump, we want to get a pop up.
I was not quite expecting that situation with the fair.
Oh no, I get that. I'm just saying that like if it comes up again, we want to do that because like that's the takeaway. Like pop up, like if he has no jump on a pop up like that, yeah, we just go to town because that's like that is the best opening we're ever gonna get as a popo. Like, that is a huge payoff. Like, you can actually kill him there. Jesus, your mashing's crazy.
My master plan didn't work.
Try the short up air. Instead of, like, down throw short. Like, you have to have down and jump forward, kind of, but, like, jump forward, short up air kind of thing. Like at middle percent, like 0 to like I'd say like 40 to like 70 maybe.
Okay.
Good ice block too. Like if you're just waiting on stage, covers the illusion. Oh my god. Yo, that was a sick setup.
I actually love Squall. It's so tricky. And it knocks down.
Once it knocks down, it's not a bad move, I think. Like, it's still a bad move, but, like, it's a lot better. After you miss the down air, if he goes low like that, could you just down tilt for the up B?
After the down air, would you say?
Down air into like down air to cover the illusion. If he goes low and up Bs, you down tilt for the up B. Because you're in the right spot for down tilt.
Okay, you're gonna have to say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Sure, so when you ran off the stage and double jump down air to back onto the stage to cover the illusion, but then he upbeat instead because he didn't get hit by it. So then what I'm saying is just land in a spot where you can go for down tilt to cover the upbeat.
Gotcha. Instead of the fair.
Yeah, because like you don't have time for the fair, I think.
Right. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I like the inclusion of these ice blocks because he's at distance a lot. I don't know if I'd necessarily go over and like attack him there. If I did, I'd probably go for something harder than up air, because like I feel like we're risking a lot for like very little payoff.
That was supposed to be a short hop there.
That's okay. Like I know I could tell. Like with how you positioned it, that made sense as
I think I could have rethought something better there, but
run through him, short up back air. Like, you run towards this middle of the stage, and, like, towards the stage, and short up back air, and hit him back off.
Okay.
Nice. Your control over their recovery is crazy.
What's that?
Your control over their recovery is crazy.
I love the recovery. I think it's pretty good.
I mean, I agree, but I don't see people use it like this very often.
I think one thing ICs don't use a lot is squalling instead of double jumping. Actually,
Oh, that
you
makes
can take their double
sense.
jump a lot.
Yeah, no, I get it. Because it's like, if you get hit out of it, you still have your jump. But like,
Yep.
because it's not an up B? Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, cool. Yo, I'm learning something.
You can also you can squall out of hit stun, which saves Nana a lot of times too. You can intercept people.
So let's think about how we're gonna make this comeback. Let's go for more ice blocks when he's like screwing around at a distance, and then when he starts fighting us, then we'll use like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
F smash him this time.
Okay.
There we go.
Yep. I remembered about the up air at the last possible moment where it was too late.
Okay, let's kill him again. Okay, squall to for safety. Alright, never mind. We're too late. If he's screwing around up there, we shoot ice blocks more because like they cover like especially in the arc area. Try landing on the platform with that back air and go for like down smash afterwards. Like just space outside the shine out of shield range.
Oh no.
Honestly? Ah, he read it. Okay, cool. Or reacted.
Yeah.
Okay. To be fair, though, like, that was almost an incredible comeback. Like, that was crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if Nana was close enough to the ledge there for that last one. I think I could have done something.
Ice block. You just cover, like, just cover where he jumps to. Like, just put the hitbox that goes off the stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't even have to use both of them. You can use one of them for it. Ah, okay. So when we're dash dancing out of stun, a lot of times we go for like up air. Sorry, for dash attack, just because. But he's always like he's usually jumping out of the way, like away from it. We have to be more. I think that like we have better overshoots than like dash attack generally speaking. Like, yeah, like wave dash grab in my opinion is like quite good, or wave dash jab grab is like quite good with the two of them. Nice. Should be a kill. This level looks hard.
Yeah. I guess it just depends on the fox. Sometimes it feels like they have nowhere to run from me, and I can chase them down, but when they're all over me, it feels hard.
It feels like a very, like, it feels like the type of level where you can just have a blowout in either direction very easily.
I feel like foxes are good at making me swing, and then they punish me for it. And I'm never quite sure how they're able to bait that out of me.
Try playing not underneath like center stage. Like, you know how he comes down from that top platform a lot? We need to use the side plats to like protect ourselves, I think, from like his free fall. That's, I think, a big part of it, because right now, like, when you stay under that like center, that middle stage area, I know that it feels weird because like your character dies in the corner easily, but like you die if you get hit much more easily than him having to like win a mix-up in a spot in a precarious spot. Yeah, the platforms are useful for protecting you from his like free fall, so we need to use that more. got in on us. That was sick. Nice. You could dash dance Blizzard for that edge guard, because then Nana covers the edge. Yeah, I think when he's like got that at B, we dash dance Blizzard, so you cover the edge with Nana should be something we consider.
Oh, I totally lost control of my body.
It's okay. See, like when you're standing still like that, that's when I would do it.
Okay. Yeah, that's what Fly Amanita does.
Yeah, it's really good.
Bad habit.
You went for that when you crouched with you crouching there? Let's go. Ah, okay. I mean, like some of these interactions here are like are basically you just have to guess what he's doing. Like when you ledge dash on and he's like dancing around that area, I guess you could just go for center stage instead of trying to contest him. Because if he's dancing around the platform and such, like that means that he's not like he's waiting for you to do something, and you could, but he's not putting out like active threat either.
Oh, man.
Try Nair.
I don't think I've ever gotten any of those to hit.
Try Nair instead.
Okay.
Because Nair at least hits him in the right spot. Like, if we're not getting any success with the down airs, we'll do Nair instead, and it hits him away. Maybe it's good. Maybe it works. Who knows? These are pretty competitive games. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Maybe I shouldn't have started.
No, play. It's all good. This is good. We can all these are being recorded, so we can always do thoughts now. But I think that like using the platforms as an umbrella for him has been working well.
I just feel like I'm at his whim, where I have to throw out the option that wins, and if I don't, he just reacts to it, and then punishes me hard, or I get the hit, and then I have to be super... I don't have to be, like, super duper with my punishes if I'm positioning right, but it just feels like one mistake with positioning or anything, or, like, he killed me last game because I had that knockdown and I jab reset him, just rolled to the right, and then he reversaled me from that situation. Like right there, like just like down smashing and whiffing it with the get up attack, and then I get hit by the get up attack, and now I'm getting reversal. Like I feel like that shit is the plague of my existence with this matchup.
Okay, so like no tech is a problem.
It's really anything. I get surprised by a lot of things.
Okay.
Like if a space you can just roll and shine in a lot of times, and I just like be ready.
Do you know how tech lockouts work?
with when they try to tech it, and yeah, the tech traps where they have to miss the tech.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it applies to, like, other things, too, like movement, right? So if he's been, like, wave dashing, you know that he's locked out for a certain period of time. Similarly, if he's gone for, like, a tech previously, and within a certain window, you know he's also locked out for a certain period of time. So any input that requires, like, a hard R or L press will result in, like, a temporary, like, they'll tech it within a certain window, and they'll not tech it. So, like, you can use that when you're, like, punishing his wave dashes and such. Like, if he wave shines a lot, right? So that's, like, those are all, like, potentially, like, opportunities where you can, like, force a knockdown if you hit him, like, a little bit after his wave dash completes. And he wave shines, so that's something you can work with. Like, I think that right now, you're just, like, a lot of the things you're getting surprised by are just, like, either your footing is off, and, like, that happens. If your footing's off, punishing things is hard, because that's why we're supposed to set up, like, that's why we're supposed to set up for tech chases. But, yeah.
So I feel like I go for one risk and I get jumped over and then I die. And that's why I've become terrified of leaving center stage.
Okay. Maybe, so he said he can play for, like, half an hour, right?
Yeah, so he should be done soon.
Let's play one more game with him, and why don't we go back and, like, watch some of these matches, or, like, some of the moments of these matches, and we'll kind of go from there.
All right.
Yeah, and see what we can get from them. Okay. If he's giving us time, like, if he's just, like, screwing around with his full hop double jump, we should be, like, we're trying to go into him on his terms a lot when we have Nana, and can therefore, like, use our, like, Blizzard desync and stuff. Like, I think that's the thing that I notice. When you start to get, like, stressed, you don't use your desync, you don't use your Blizzard or the fact that you have two of them. Like, you just start looking for, like, you just could basically start looking to hit him. But we need those things, like those projectiles and things, to, like, set the tone for the match so that he can't just, like, do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Like, this is going way better, and all you did was started using your specials. Like, you almost got that punish, and, like, you know that he has to go in at that angle, because if he doesn't, he gets hit by the Blizzard. So I think it's really just, like, using, like, remembering that, like, you know, Dash Dance Blizzard, Dash Dance Ice Block, like, those are very important moves because they help control him.
Yeah. Is it more... Let me see something.
And what were you testing?
I don't remember, to be honest.
It looked like you were playing under the platforms with them more. Like using Blizzard like when you were under the platform, which I think is quite strong. Yeah, let's watch back like some games after this one. Maybe even this game.
Like, how do I get Nana back? It's like possible.
Can you like just grab her with like a side B, like warp, like pull her with a side B or something on some of these?
Not if she's in tumble and getting knocked around. She has to be completely like.
She has to be actionable, basically. Like she has to be out of in some state where she can do things.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Can she be attacking, or does it have to be like just neutral? Like you can grab her out of attacks, right?
I can teleport her from attacks.
Okay. So I knew he was going to miss the second tech because he hit the first one. And you hit him like really soon after.
What do I do with
No, don't back off!
the short hop waveland backs? Like, how do I possibly... I just have to call those out.
Not everything... You don't have to beat every single thing he's doing, though. I think that's, like, the thing that I'm noticing. You don't have to beat everything he does. You just have to, like, beat enough of it to, like, win. I don't think that all of these openings... Like, all of these things he's doing are meant to be... Are, like, punishable. And that's okay. Because a lot of them require him to, like, have stage and stuff like that. I would have grabbed Edge. He's been doing that recovery, like, every time. But let's hit pause here, because, like, I think that we have a lot to work with. Let's look at some of these games and, like, figure out what we could do, like, figure out some, like, answers. I think that would be productive.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, with that in mind, which games do you want to look at?
Probably the ones where I got wiped across the floor like a mop.
Let's get a balance of them. I think that we should have at least some where, like, you know, maybe they're like last stock or something, because I think it's good to have a compare and contrast so we can see what it looks like when we're doing okay, right? Can't just all be negative.
Yeah.
Just send me, like, pick 3 or so and, like, send them my way, and we'll go from there. If you need, have you sent these kinds of files before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to drag and drop, but there we go. Did you get those?
Yep, I got them. So let me just download.
It's a win and a loss. I'm not sure how close they were.
Well, we'll find out.
The Yoshi one was the last stock.
Perfect. Let's do the dream. Okay, so let me see here. Yoshi's. But he killed us like Omega fast, so this is good. This will be a good one to look at. So, with that in mind, is there a reason this isn't playing? Okay, cool. It's working now. Let me share my screen. So we're gonna start with the Yoshi one. The Yoshi's one. And let's put it on 80% speed. I think that makes sense. And audio, yep, we're cooking. So, when we're like, so this is something I noticed. We spend a lot of time standing still in shield sometimes. So my question here is, what do you think is going to happen if you stay in shield here? Like, what are you looking for?
I'm just waiting for him to start attacking my shield so I can get out of there.
My wouldn't it be easier to get out of there before he starts attacking his shield, or as he comes in to attack our shield? Like, if we evade him, then we get the benefit of like dodging him, right?
How do I stop myself from cowering after I whiff something and he's right next to me? And I feel like Fox can just teleport and kill me because he's so fast.
Okay, so let's explore that. So let's see how long it takes him to let's see what he actually does once we get into shield. So we go for this up air. He lands here, and then what does he do? He backs off. So I would say when he's here, this is when we need to this is where we have to move. Do you see what I mean? Like, he spends some time dash dancing in the corner. So I'm saying while he's doing that, that's when we get out of there.
I agree. I just don't know how to make myself do it faster because I reacting to that dash to the right. How many frames is he? Where is he 15 frames after he lands next to me?
Yeah, let's find out. So one. So he's definitely spending more than 15 frames doing this. And then he shields, and then for him to leave shield and attack us is even more time because he wave dashed. That was a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't count them, but I am very confident it was more than 15.
I'm confident as well.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that to try to be an asshole or anything, I promise.
No.
It's just more to kind of put it in perspective. This is a lot of time. We have a lot of space between us. How fast do you think a short hop nair from here takes to hit us?
A blink of an eye.
Okay, but how much?
That's what it feels like.
Okay, but I didn't ask what it feels like. I asked how long does it take?
I don't know the actual frameage.
That's okay. I will tell you. Wave dashes start moving your character after your jump squat. You're one of the 3 frame jump. ICs are 3 frame jump squat, right? So they start moving on 4. So and in the case of Nana, she'd be delayed a bit. So fair enough. But Fox's nair does not come out until 7. And that's assuming he's doing it in place. So a dash jump nair comes out as early as 8, and that is assuming that he is that's just when it first comes out. Where do you think his nair assuming his starting point is here? I know he's a little to the left, but assuming his starting point is here, how quick where does his nair first hit if he jumps forward with it from this starting location? Where would you say it hits?
From there it looks like it would either just barely hit my light shield that Nana's doing, or it would just whiff right behind.
Okay, so we can agree that Fox's dashing short hop aerial without fast fall is about here. Goes from here to here.
Mm-hmm.
And it hits on the 4th airborne frame, so he's probably got dash jump for about this side. So it's probably 1, 2, 3, 4. We can agree that that's probably how quickly he travels.
Yes.
So it would be here. So it's just it's slightly on the edge of your light shield. So one thing we might want to consider is, do we necessarily need to is it potentially a drawback to be light shielding here with both of them? Do we need to do this once we confirm that he's not attacking us? Maybe, I don't know. I think that, well, actually no, the light shield's fine, because if he lags on it and we move away from him, and then he tries to follow up on Nana, then he might hit her, and then we can do the hit lag trap. So never mind. I actually like the light shield. But what I'm trying to get at is that he's not actually that close to us. I know it feels like he is, but even if we hard shield with both of them, he definitely isn't close enough to us. And if we just don't shield with them, and I know that we missed something, so that's probably not super reasonable, but if we crouched instead or something, for example, right? Then he's definitely not very close to us. So we have time to get out of here. The other thing that we might want to consider here is, can we just can we back air but moving away from him? Kind of jump like this and swing with back air. How hard is back air to punish, do you think?
If it's a fade away one like that, it would be pretty hard to punish from that distance.
Yeah, because we kind of have one hitbox coming out and the next one's delayed, right? So we have 2 hits protecting us. I think that like that should be I think that should be a consideration. I don't really. The only thing I don't like about the back air, although I think it's good, is that we don't have. We're like kind of like playing into his full hop, you know, because he can kind of go around.
To just jump in the center sometimes.
Yeah, so I think that the wave dash is like kind of nice here because it doesn't play into any of that. Like we can just kind of go from here, like from our current position, just all the way over here, and we're fine for the most part. I kind of, and yeah, like it's just safety, really. It's the safety that I like. So I kind of want us to like keep that in mind as we're looking through these matches. Like, are there other times that we have the option to reposition and just get out, like just bail out of this situation that we're not taking? Because I think that like we're not. This is, even if we had a lot of time here, like more time than we thought. I think the reason it doesn't feel like we don't like it. I think the reason it feels like we don't have a lot of time is because we don't know how fast our character is. But that's something I kind of want us to like internalize as we're going through this, because that's a really important part of what helps you versus him.
Well, I have a question based off of that diagram that you sent.
Yeah.
You can go back to that.
Yeah.
So is there a school of thought that says like Fox is in the corner here, you should like squeeze him with like press him with bears, like drift towards him with bears, or maybe like wave dash to ledge and down smash, because like if it hits, you have kind of a juicy reward.
Yeah.
Where you might be able to set up an edge guard.
Yeah, absolutely there is. The reason I'm not a super big fan of that in this particular spot is we were just on the back foot and we didn't really like put him there. Like I feel like we didn't really put him here. I feel like he wound up here, but we didn't really like put him there, if that makes sense. It's like once he gets onto this top platform, like we missed the up air, he lands here, and I feel like he's gotten a lot of the control here. Now, that said, you could totally attack him. Like, if we play it by, is there enough time to wave dash down smash? Absolutely. I just think it's kind of risky. But you could totally do it. Like, so once he's in the corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, you could, down smash would have hit him, assuming he doesn't react.
Mm-hmm.
So that is an option. One thing I'd comment, though, is that he is moving forward, so he might just, like... He would probably be sent this way. But if you back air out of shield, that also works. So yeah, you could make a case that you're supposed to squeeze him. What would be the advantage? So what would be the advantage of pressing on him here? I actually do see one now that I'm looking at it more carefully. But I'm curious what your thoughts are.
So, Bear could potentially lead to a grab right at the ledge there for a kill.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Shaq Bear instant turnaround dash grab or whatever.
Yep. So like back airing, we'll do aggressive back air. We'll use this one, sure. So like back air, like basically presses him like kind of like this, because you've got like 2 hits. So boom, boom, and you could potentially get like a grab around here kind of thing, which makes sense. Mm-hmm. One thing that I like about it is that we have the platform over us. And the reason I like the platform over us is because it means, like, how does he usually deal with back air? He, like, what? Like, full hot jumps around it and then comes down on it? Like, that's one big way?
He does that, and I actually think Balloon Boy right here, because he's used to playing me, I think he was expecting me to throw out a back air first, and that's why he did a micro dash dance. Because a lot of times, I barely miss them, and he dashes back in for the running shine.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So that makes sense, because I kind of got the impression, yeah, like this is clearly some kind of bait, so that makes sense. So then, yeah, he's basically assuming, like he's operating in this distance when he's like doing that. So that makes sense. That actually does make a lot of sense. So I have a feeling that the back air gets us punished against him specifically. But yeah, if the Fox like tries to nair from here into us and we just have the back air out first, yeah, then like he can actually just die there. So yeah, I guess there's definitely an argument for it. I think because I had the luxury of seeing this match, I think that's why I didn't like go for it. But yeah, no, that's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. I think that generally my the way I view it kind of is that like us moving this way is almost always safe. So I don't see why we wouldn't necessarily like default to that. But yeah, like the reward here plus the platform being above here, like if he goes above us, we're fine. I think all of that is like pretty. There are some pretty salient. Those are some pretty salient benefits. So yeah, no, good point. So with this respawn, what are you trying to do with your respawn here?
Are we talking about the very first thing I did?
Yeah, like when you come off the Angel platform, what's the game plan?
So this right here, it was kind of just a hard read. Sometimes they jump to the top platform as their first like option in response to my respawn. So it's kind of just like the brain dead down smashing on the platform, except it's a fair.
Okay.
Kind of just check an option check there.
Yeah, gotcha.
I feel like my chances of hitting Fox are so low off a respawn to begin with that I really just most of the time I just try to land on the center and be synced and then just play.
I would suggest we be more aggressive here. Like when we come back from respawn, like I would almost like consider like side Bing and like seeing where and trying to like move it into him. Sometimes if you clip him out of the air, like if he has to fall and auto cancel, you can sometimes grab it out of him with the multi hit. You're also invincible, which is like because I know it doesn't technically work and he shines a thing, but you're invincible. So I feel like taking more liberties like that could probably. That's what I'd suggest. I think that your ending position is fine. It's just I would be more aggressive with the invulnerability while you have it. Like I think it's better to like go for it and that like go for it with like something that can with high payoff that lets you return to center afterwards, which is similar to what you did, but I feel like it's just it only covers really one option, and I think it's a little. I would like to see. I think it could help you like make things like that work, because if you're like very mobile coming out of it, then and then suddenly you're in place, then that works well for you. Sorry, you were going this part. Ah, Fox. What a good character.
I'm fine with sloppy because I think that's one of the easier things to fix in Melee.
What would we do here instead?
Probably not Ice Block, to be honest. To begin with.
Yeah, so what would be a better follow-up here?
So we could. There's the up air experiment, which will lead to a knockdown. There's also down throw daring, which he hadn't proven he could really get out of. So honestly, I feel like I should always check people with that to see if they can get out of it, because if not, I basically have my wobble back.
Yeah. So what percent is like he's at 51, right? And when you down throw him, what percent will he be at?
When I down throw him from 51.
Oh, you forward through, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Gotcha. What? So he'll be at 61 after? Like, forward throw does 11, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because... And does this count as a grab interruption, to your knowledge?
The ice block?
Yeah, like, does it hit him out of the grab itself, or do you hit him after he goes into the air?
I believe it's after the fact.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because that's probably why he went so high and why it caught you off guard. That makes sense. So, with that said, I decided to, like, check something on INI data, because that seemed like a good time to try this, and this is what up air looks like in this kind of position, roughly. That doesn't look so bad.
No.
Yeah, like if he has some DI where he goes off stage, but I feel like if he does that, we just like ice block and like cover this option, like this area.
Yeah.
And then if he goes like elsewhere, then like he'd probably be like a little higher. He'd probably be like here, like he'd probably be like up here. So it's like I guess the system looks more like this, which is okay. Like probably like here, so like kind of like this kind of range. But like that looks okay to me, as far as like outcomes go, because he has ones where like yeah. And it's just an approximation. Like again, I don't know if this guy's gonna smash DI because he's expecting down air and stuff like that. But I think that the up air looks okay overall. Like that's kind of my point. What do you think?
I do think down air is better if they haven't shown to get out of it. I think it's just better. But I agree that up air is an option there that needs to be explored for the future, especially because that could possibly be an option for more center stage, even if they DI it further away, because that could potentially lead to a ledge grab situation.
Yeah, like I'm thinking that like with how the trajectory winds up working out, like the way I look at their down air is that it forces them to DI either up, like smash DI up, which then leads to like this platform tech chase, which looks quite good. Or it like leads to them going off stage like really far like this. Or potentially getting trapped on the platform anyway, depending on where our starting position on the throw is, right? So I'm not sure exactly how it would work. And there's a weak hit too, which we might be able to use. I don't know how we'd do that, but you never know. But I think that like it creates like a decent mix-up. And I think that's the important part. I agree with you if they haven't shown that they can get out of down air. We just keep down airing though.
Yeah.
This is more in case they have shown that they can get out of it.
Well, when they do show they can get out of it though, this is like I have so many options I know could work, but I don't understand how people do the RPS and are so good at the RPS. Like I could do if they show that they can get out of down third air, I could start with out F smashes early and get kills at like 40%, or I can start going to the up air thing.
Oh, so actually, yeah.
How do I make the correct decision when there's so many correct decisions?
Actually, yeah, with the percent, with him being at 61 after the forward throw, yeah, F smash probably is just like straight up better because that's just gonna kill him, right? Like, yeah, it actually just deletes him. Well, this is how. So we have confirmed that F smash is just straight up better than the up air here. Like, if all things are equal, right? If we're just evaluating the outcome of like hitting him with one of these options, hitting lethal is more valuable than like a combo extension. So yeah, I would say that this is one way that you know. I guess the real question is does the resulting position assuming like this is, so the way that we're building this model is basically we have a 50-50. If he DIs like down and away to escape the down air, F smash like murders him off the side. So with that in mind, it's like, do we have something that is better than murdering him? No, we do not. So like that is the default like mix up at this damage percent. Now, at the same time, if we reduce the like damage on him to like say 40 when we might feasibly start this, then we have like a bit more of a question to us. Like, is the extension that we can get from this up air better than the F smash? I'd argue in a lot of positions, probably yeah, because when we look at like how this like works out, there's a lot of regrabs here. So like this puts him to like, this gives us another rep, which puts like him to another 7 on him. Then we have our like, nobbling stuff. And then at that point that kills him. So I would say that like from looking at it this way, we have like a mix up at like say the 40 to 50, the 40, like the maybe even like the 30 to 40 range that's worth playing for the down air. And then past that, like from 30 to maybe like 45-ish. And then past that, yeah, the F smash is just a better like DI mix up on Yoshi's story because it just kills him. So it's really just like what gives you, like what rewards are you expected to earn at your different percent? And how do they advance you towards like a kill?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you're building a route.
honestly, I feel like since the wobbling ban, I feel like these games could have been this type of match even if I had wobbling. It's more the floaties because I honestly the down throw dare and the F smash mix up has got to be like it's like 80% of like a reliable wobble because it just I don't know. There's something about it where it feels like it's easier to know when they're. It just feels like it's easier to toy with them, and you get the kill a lot. It's with like Peach, Puff, Luigi, Samus. I get those grabs center stage, and it's like I don't know how to maximize the out of that.
Well, I mean, so what I would say here is, how do those characters get out of the down throw dare? They DI up, right? Like they smash DI up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's a thought. This is the meteor part? Yeah. So it's like this ID 0. Let's put Luigi here. No, we'll use Peach. So what I would say is a consideration, and like this won't tell us a whole lot just because like of the limitations of Uncle Punch, but like one thing I'd consider is, do you know how meteor cancels work? If not, totally fine. I can go over that quickly.
I don't have a technical understanding.
That's okay. So, meteor cancels work basically by, if you are hit by a move that has the meteor property, and you are not holding, and you like it, then you have to, 8 frames later, you're able to double jump, or up B out of stun. Now here's the cool thing. If the opponent has been like holding up, or input up, like if the opponent has input up or up B recently, like within the last like, I think 40 frames, they have to wait out that, it's like teching, they have to wait out that window before they can do it again, before they can break the meteor cancel with it.
Oh.
So if they're smash DIing up, which requires them to mash up to get
You don't have to say anymore. You don't have to say anymore. I completely understand.
Right, and because the fair hits later, that should work, I'd think.
It should send them back down to my middens.
Yeah, so we have...
They can't jump out of it.
Yeah, so then you have a mix-up off of those two, because one of them is punishing the smash DI up, and the other one is punishing the down, like,
Yeah.
it like deals with other outcomes, basically.
Yes.
You could also just go for, like, the middle stage handoff and take the 50-50. Like, there's not... If you're not sure what to do, that's not a bad option. Because, like, wherever Nana throws on the floaties, you can usually follow up on. It might not be great, but, like, you have 2 good outcomes. Back throw's, like, okay-ish, and then up throw sucks. But, like, you have, like, 2 good outcomes, 1 okay, and then, like, 1 bad. There are worse places to be in terms of a mix-up tree if you're not sure.
No, that's great. I didn't know that about meteors. Because I do down throw fair on floaties, but I just did it willy-nilly. I wasn't doing it as part of like a, alright, now they're holding up thing.
Yeah. So this can add depth to the system, and if they still are getting out of it, like if they're actually just like, if they're doing proper defense, or just keeping up with you in the mix-up tree because they're just really, they've got a read on you or something, you always have the fallback plan of just like, you can always just hand off them center stage and see if Nana forward throws or down throws because she's feeling generous.
That's always if I'm feeling like if I just want to flip a coin, that's always there's a fallback option.
Yeah.
Which, it worked. I beat this Game & Watch, and my Nana kept doing it from center stage.
Let's go, Nana.
I mean, I don't really... winning with RNG is a little... It feels a little weird to be at the whims of RNG, if like whether you get a stock or not. If on both ends, even. You know, you could be like, oh, well, if Nana would have just threw the other way, I could have won that game. Or if Nana would have just thrown the right way, I would have won that game. You know? Yeah. It introduces kind of that.
I hear you. I hear you, and I know we're over time, but let's go through this match anyway, because I want to point something out. So when you're on this bigger level, you're so much more like comfortable with like the space that you have available, and I get it. Like we got helped by an SD, but like that notwithstanding, you use the space. You're very comfortable when you have lots of space between you and him for you to move around. And I think that what we need to get used to with the idea, the idea we need to get used to is that even on a stage like Yoshi's Story, if we're in the corner with him, like if we've got him, if he's playing in the corner, we have the option to just simply retreat and create that kind of room again if we want it. We are ultimately pretty fast. Like, our ground speed is just as quick as his. He's can't, because of our our low traction. It's not, if you need to create breathing room, do it. Because the more you wait to create the conditions where your character operates well, yeah. The other thing is that, it's not like it's easy to, approach them when they're in the corner if they have the wall up. Because they don't, as long as they have a platform over them, in my opinion, there's not a whole lot Fox actually has for getting in on them. He has to, do really awkward things and move around them. So going back and forth between the platform positions, kind of like you're doing here, I think needs to be something that's, that we're more comfortable doing with the small layouts.
Okay.
Because, look at how much, more awkward it is to fight you when you've got, the umbrella compared to, when you don't, right? Here he just kind of, got into, center stage, now it's, awkward. You're gonna... Okay, so he went for, a silly down tilt. But again, you have the platform on that last one where, that catches the full hop in, right? So, if he tries to, contest you in that spot, he just gets his, diagonal eaten by the thing above you. So then you can just get a free hit. Kind of how that dynamic plays out. I know that's recovery, but you can still see what I mean. Now, on that one here, what happened here? So this one we missed a dash grab. Okay, why do we dash grab on all of these? Why don't we jump cancel grab?
There's no good...
Because this is this is literally just we were in lag that we didn't have to be in.
Yeah, I know Icy's dash grab comes out at the same frame as their standing grab. I don't know if it provides any additional range benefits though.
So,
but jump canceling grab is one of those things where I'm kind of just you know how in school sometimes people go to the special math class. I haven't done that with. It's it would be if I had to learn how to L. It's one of those things I'd never really grinded out. It's just a basic thing that should have been grinded out a long time ago, but it hasn't been.
Gotcha. So I do see your point, because I just went on Melee frame data to compare it, and yeah, they both hit on 7, which means that the dash grab is actually technically faster. Because the dash jump cancel grab is going to require 1 frame for dash and 1 frame for jump cancel, and that's assuming you do frame perfect. So this would technically be 9 while moving, whereas this is 7. So that's actually a good argument for dash grab if the grab is close to working. But I would say on some of these interactions it's not, or it's very very it's very likely that he can do something about what's going on. So with that in mind, I think that if there's uncertainty, we should be using jump cancel grab because it is 10 frames less laggy. That's huge. Yeah. But I think that in spots where you're pretty confident you're going to get the grab, or you need the speed to land the grab, then yes, the dash grab makes sense. Is that fair? Does that seem right? Okay.
Yeah. Now it's just going to be a matter of recognizing those really close situations where it's oh, you actually needed the dash grab there to get that.
So weirdly enough, something convenient about their dash grab being hitting on 7 is that brain power work. Okay, cool. So the cool thing about their dash grab hitting on 7 is that almost every character's L cancel is 7 or more. So I would say if they've whiffed an aerial and are about to hit the floor, then dash grab is the play. I would say for anything else, I would say for things that are not as concrete as that, and there's other situations where it's going to work, but that's just an example to use to give you a sense of how we can control for uncertainty with those tight situations. It's look for openings that kind of conform to that window, basically. Because if it conforms to the window at some point in it, then you know that you benefit from the additional speed. But if there isn't like something that conforms to that kind of like opening, then maybe we just take the safer one generally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so much better when you have the things online. Like, I swear, like because we have this stock going on. And I think that you'd still use your, like, specials on these, at least a little bit. Okay, so we got up here, yep, Blizzard. This is what I mean, like, he's still, even with that Blizzard not being, like, not working, the fact that you, the fact that you were able to, like, get something out after the fact helped a lot. The other thing here is that, like, while you were moving out of shield, you got tagged, but you got out of, like, you were able to, like, defend well by smash DIing. So, like, then you got an opening off that. I think the idea that once we get hit, we're dead is something that we need to start contesting because, yeah, you have good defense. Like, in this game, your defense was very, very good, and getting hit sometimes is preferable because it allows us to, like, if it's a solid hit, ASDI down. Like, we can ASDI down while we're shield grabbing or wave dashing, right?
Yeah, I've noticed since I've been spamming crouch cancel, the foxes start doing drill more, and now I have to learn the next thing, which is SDI, the drill.
You can actually shield grab the drill sometimes.
Yeah.
Like this shield, like I would honestly, if they're going for that, so two things about drill. One, doesn't work with Nana, but like drill is like -6 at best on block, meaning you can always roll and wave dash out of it before the shine actually comes out. Now, granted, Nana will get hit, which isn't ideal, but it's still like something you can do. So that is something I'd consider. The other thing here is like it's -7 and -8 some of the time as well, which means that yeah, shield grab technically just works on it. So I would if they're going for drill and you know they're going for drill and you see them hitting your shield with drill and it doesn't look like it's perfectly centered like right on the middle of your shield or going through you, I wouldn't take shield grabbing off the table. If they're going to execution test you with something like that, okay, go for it.
So you're saying shield grab it when it's not directly like in the center of you?
Well, so remember, your shield is bigger than your character, right? So like if we take a look at like a point where you shield.
Yep.
Yeah, so, oh god, I went back slightly too far. Please shield soon.
Wobbling.
Yeah, so what I'm saying here is, let's make a diagram, because this will be easy. Woo. So, Fox can, let's assume that you don't like light shield Nana here. Let's say you just both hard shield, so your shield's like here, basically. Actually, we'll just do this. We'll do it like this. Cool. So you're both shielding like here. If he drills your shield, like your shield is still slightly bigger than you are, because you're like this thing inside of it, right? Like you're here.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, if he drills like if a fox comes in and drills you at like this angle, like, or if he drills like the edge of your shield, right? You're like I would shield grab as long as he's like within range of the shield grab. I would go for it. If he drills the middle of your shield and goes and crosses you up, obviously this doesn't work.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's really the consideration. Like, did he land behind us? Like, that's what I'm concerned about. And I probably didn't word it well, but yeah.
But in between, well, let's say he's directly above us and he drills almost directly on us, but he lands in front of us. Yeah, like right there. Is that the same? Is it anything in front of me?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Anything in front of you, as long as you kind of like know the drill is coming and can ready the timing, yeah, I would go for it.
And I won't get shined out of my grab.
Assuming he, well, again, there's like 3 timings he can have when Fiv's landing, from drill. He can either have he landed on the frame after the hitbox came out. There's 1 frame of delay, or there's 2 frames of delay, just because of how the multi-hit works. So he can be -6, 7, or 8. All this means for you is that on one of the 3 outcomes, he is safe. On the other 2, he is not. But you still need a perfect shield grab. I'm not saying I would do this every time, but I'm saying that this isn't. If he lands in front of us, this is an option that should be on the table, because his move is not always safe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like that's it. Like his move is not always safe. So if he's anywhere behind this, like anywhere over here, like in front of this green area, like this green area, like basically anywhere around here on landing, I would grab him. Like I would consider grabbing.
Is this just for drill or also for Nair?
Nair is weird. Nair is like a solid hit, so it doesn't have this kind of weakness. Nair just operates like a standard attacking attacking aerial. So if it's high enough on your shield, it's grabbable. If he lands in a spot where he's in range of grab, but like Shine will miss, then that's also good. Like if he was nairing, I'd probably say, if he finishes and he's like Shine hits over here, but he's still like hittable by grab with where you are, but I think this would be about the limit of that, then I would still grab him. But yeah, otherwise it's just like, did he hit high enough on shield or not? That would be the only other thing that matters.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I know you're over time. I did see one thing in this game I was curious about.
Yeah, where is it?
You have to go, that's fine, but we could shorten my other things too, if that works.
No. I like our sessions. These we actually talk about like some kind of like interesting deep mechanics, so this is fine. It's all good.
Okay.
I can't promise I'll do this every time, but what's the situation you're thinking of?
I won't abuse it. It's go to the very, 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 very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It's an option that I've been contemplating for quite a while, but I just haven't put it out. And it's during shield pressure. It's going for the dare out of shield. Now, watch what he does when he jumps at me coming up over here, right here. Wait, maybe? No, it'll be coming up. You'll.
Okay.
Right there.
Oh, I like that. That looks really good.
Is that grammatically sound?
Let me take a look-see. So the rule of thumb with Fox stuff. So let's see here. So you hit really high on your shield, so like you don't want to deal with the cross-up, so you do 1, 2, 3. He could have technically shined you, but like but you were in the air, so you would have been sent this way. So yeah, if he crosses you up or something like this would have interrupted an up tilt. Yeah, this is good. Like, because the only thing he can do is like if he like is shine you, but he shines you out of the and like he has to land close to you to do that. So yeah, if he crosses you up or something, like that's quite good. That makes a lot of sense actually.
And it doesn't have to be the full hop either. It could just be a short hop drift to center just to create that space, because it bonks him to the right, then you can drift left, and you can be pretty actionable. I don't think it has that much L cancel lag, Dare.
No, like Dare is like pretty efficient overall, I think. Like it's just got the like no knockback scaling, but yeah, like it's 12 frames L. Oh, it's a little higher than I thought, but 3 frames startup. Like yeah, this hits on 6. This is you basically Sheik nared out of shield, but like with less damage and a little more end lag. So yeah, this is fun.
Yeah. And there's some interesting things that could happen if it was a synced one, like potentially. My Nana or my Popo one could bonk him, but my Nana misses, and he could run into my Nana's as it's still lingering.
Yeah, like you kind of 1-2 him and then maybe like grab him or something. Yeah, that makes sense. I could see that happening. Yeah, no, that looks good. I think I used to see Wobbles do stuff like this all the time. I didn't realize their Dare came out so fast. It's crazy. Yeah, no,
you know how
really
Game & Watch will sometimes up B out of shield during pressure. It's kind of like a Game & Watch up B out of shield. You just kind of get out of there with a hitbox.
Yeah, no, I think this makes a ton of sense, and I think that especially with synced, this actually seems like quite good. I would consider doing this like when he's like shining your shield and stuff.
Yes, and I think Falco's shield pressure is slightly worse, right? Because he has a little bit of a longer jump squat.
Yes. It's like his higher short hop, and then like because they all need to be like frame safe or grab. His higher short hop, smaller shine, and like and longer jump squat are all like big liabilities in general. So yeah.
Okay, cool. I like hearing vindication about tech because then I feel better about spending time exploring it.
No, like I really like your ideas, and I think that as you continue to refine them and like focus on like and like work on I think that the real thing for you is just like figuring out where it all fits together, but usually I think you have good instincts. So yeah, I'm excited to keep working together. I'll let you go for now, but let's talk soon. And yeah, I think the big thing I'd work on here is just generally like knowing what to do with your out of shield options and making sure that we're like taking space on, even on the small, like we're creating space between ourselves and our opponent so we can set up the ice wall on even on small levels, because when we don't have that going, it's very hard to control Fox, because there's no if we try to react to everything he does, we just don't have enough, like we don't have the speed or frame data to do it. We need something out that is controlling him in some way, and that means that like in terms of efficiency, Ice Cubes and Blizzard do the best job just because they influence larger areas of the stage.
Yes, and Blizzard can help me take space too walking forward.
It's more.
Would you say?
Mm-hmm.
Last quick question: Would you make the comparison that it's kind of like Falco trying to fight Fox without throwing lasers out? You're just you lose that kind of dictation of the match without your projectiles.
I think it's a little more extreme with Falco, but I would say it's in the same line of thinking, yes.
Okay.
Like I'd say that Falco needs the lasers more than Ice Climbers need Blizzard and Blizzard especially and Ice Block. Like Ice Block you can get away without using, but like Blizzard is a must. I still think it's less of a must than lasers, but I don't think that like you can really. I don't think either character functions against Fox without them, though.
Okay, so it's an essential piece.
Yeah, because like otherwise, how do you get him to like do anything, right? If you try to compete with him in neutral, like straight up, he's just gonna bait you, like you've been noticing. It's only when you have the wall up, it changes the dynamic of the fight completely, because he then has to he can't fight you head on. That's the big thing that it does.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That was a good session.
I think so too. I think that like we have a lot to work with here, and I'm excited to see what you come up with next. So what do you, in terms of schedule, do you think 1 week or like every week or 2 weeks?
So I was looking at your availability. Do you still have that Monday availability? That's 6 to 7?
Not next week, but I do the following Monday.
That's fine, because if it was next week, that's kind of too soon, in my opinion. I was wondering if we could switch to Mondays with that 6 to 7.
Absolutely.
Or anything that would be right after work, like as closer to right after work as possible.
Okay. So you said you get off at 5:30?
Yep.
Do you want to do 5:30?
If that's available.
I would not. So to be clear, I wouldn't offer it if it wasn't available. So yeah. So let's do Monday at 5. Let's do Mondays at 5:30. That works perfectly for me. And I'll just. Are you thinking every other week? Because that would be the 1st of July, the 14th of. No, I'm dumb. 15th of July, and then 29th. Does that work for you?
Yeah, let's do every 2 weeks.
Wonderful. I will book you in, and then, yeah, everything should be kosher. So, with that, that's taken care of. Anything else you need from me, or do you think we're good for now?
Well, I mean, I could always ask 100 different things.
anything pressing or urgent you need from me, or are we okay for now?
I am generally curious if you think I'm going to need a secondary for Peach, or if you believe.
I think that, like, you can probably get very far against the good Peaches, but I don't know, like, how realistically. Like, I don't. Nobody has ever really, like, challenged Laud in that matchup, I think, like, ever.
Mm-hmm.
So and they had better punish tools back when like when Chew and stuff were trying it, and like they couldn't do it. So I think that is like a pretty bad omen. Having said that, I think that it's not impossible. I just think that it's going to be very difficult.
Yes.
Like, I think the biggest concern I have in that particular matchup is just that like it feels like so many of the things that you can do to be competitive there are going to run into problems down the like. I don't know what like I feel like you're the character developing that matchup, it's really easy to focus on like the what can I do, but like at some point she will start responding to your metagame as like things happen, and I don't know what that response looks like. So that's why it's difficult for me to predict if it's like okay or not. I think that like up to Laud level right now though, it's probably doable.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that's not a very committal answer, but it's a hard question, to be fair.
Oh, I know. It's one I've wrestled for many years. The thing that keeps me hanging on is the potential of the tech that I'm trying to develop, or I'm trying to make Nana cover things. And there is some stuff where I feel like getting ice blocks along the side platforms with desyncs can cover her float. It can cover that area that really struggles, but it would have to be a real grinder of a matchup, right? I have to just commit to those turtle positions.
Yeah, and the problem with that is that like she's actually pretty good at contesting them because she still has the turnip, right? So this is what I mean by like there's still counterplay from her and that we haven't really seen fleshed out yet. So I think that like the one silver lining that they have is the same one that they always have, and that they hit like trucks. Will that be enough? Time will tell.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I do have to eat now, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
But let's we'll keep in touch, and yeah, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay.
All right. You have a good dinner.
Same to you. Bye, Boyd.
Bye.